Spain closed one of Europe's most famous residency doors. From April 2025, buying property in Barcelona or Malaga no longer gets you a golden visa. But European residency through investment is not dead. It just moved. These are 7 European routes still open in 2026 with real numbers, real timelines, and real catches. And one of them is far cheaper than most people realize, starting with Greece. If Spain was the king of European golden visas, Greece is the country that quietly inherited the throne. And in 2026, its program is still running, though with some important changes from the early days. The headline number most people remember is 250,000 euros. That threshold still exists, but only for specific property types and locations. Renovation projects, commercial to residential conversions, and properties in certain less touristy regions can still qualify at that lower price point. Think rural areas, smaller islands, or buildings that need significant work. For the popular zones, the thresholds have climbed. Athens, Thessaloniki, Mykonos, Santorini, and several other high-demand areas now require investments ranging from 400,000 to 800,000 euros, depending on the exact location and property type. The Greek government has been gradually tightening this to manage housing pressure in its biggest cities. That difference is exactly why Greece is still alive for flexible buyers, but dangerous for anyone who only reads the headline number. So what does that investment actually buy? Residency. A Greek golden visa grants a 5-year renewable residence permit. It covers the investor, spouse, and dependent children. It gives access to Greece and the broader Schengen zone, meaning travel across most of Europe without additional visas. Healthcare in Greece is a mix of public and private systems. Many expats opt for private insurance, which remains relatively affordable compared to Western Europe. The cost of living outside Athens is genuinely low by European standards. A couple can live comfortably in a smaller Greek city or island town for $1,500 to $2,000 a month, not including rent. The catch? Greek golden visa holders do not get an automatic path to citizenship through investment alone. Citizenship requires actual physical residency, language knowledge, and a separate naturalization process that typically takes 7 years. The golden visa is a residency tool, not a citizenship shortcut. Would this be realistic for someone looking to split time between Europe and elsewhere? Absolutely. Greece remains one of the most flexible options on this list. But the next country is the one everyone thinks is gone, and that is only half true. Portugal. The Portuguese golden visa was once the gold standard. Buy a property in Lisbon or Porto, get residency, and eventually qualify for one of Europe's most powerful passports. That version is gone. Portugal removed direct real estate purchases from its golden visa program. But the program itself did not disappear. It evolved. In 2026, Portugal's golden visa still exists through several alternative investment categories. These include contributions to qualifying investment funds, typically starting around 500,000 euros. There are also routes through support of arts and national heritage, scientific research contributions, and business creation that generates employment. The fund-based route is the most popular replacement. Investors commit capital to approved Portuguese venture capital or private equity funds for a minimum period, usually around 6 years. The funds invest in Portuguese businesses, startups, or economic development projects. The residency benefits remain largely the same as the old property-based route. Portugal's golden visa still leads to permanent residency after 5 years and citizenship eligibility after 5 years as well, making it one of the fastest legal paths to an EU passport through investment anywhere in Europe. The minimum physical presence requirement is famously light, just 7 days in the first year and 14 days in each subsequent 2-year period. The Portuguese passport consistently ranks among the top 5 in the world for travel freedom. That alone makes this program incredibly attractive despite the loss of the real estate route. Tax-wise, Portugal's non-habitual resident regime has also undergone changes in recent years, so anyone considering this path should get updated tax advice specific to their situation. The old 10-year flat tax benefits that attracted so many retirees have been modified. The cost of living in Portugal varies dramatically. Lisbon and Porto have become genuinely expensive by Southern European standards. But the Alentejo, Silver Coast, and interior regions still offer remarkable value. A comfortable lifestyle for a couple in a mid-sized Portuguese town runs around $2,000 to $2,500 per month. For deeper visa guides and country reports on every country in this video, Horizon Insider is linked below. Now comes the value play most investors are still missing, and the entry price is surprisingly low. Hungary. Hungary launched its guest investor program, and it includes a route through real estate investment funds starting at approximately 250,000 euros. That makes it one of the most accessible investment-based residency options currently available in the European Union. The structure works through approved Hungarian real estate funds rather than direct property purchases. The investor commits capital for a defined period and in return receives a residence permit that grants access to Hungary and Schengen zone travel. Budapest itself has become one of Europe's most interesting cities for remote workers, entrepreneurs, and retirees. The cost of living is significantly lower than Western European capitals. A single person can live well in Budapest for around $1,200 to $1,500 per month. Couples can manage comfortably on $2,000. Hungary has a flat personal income tax rate of 15%, which is among the lowest in Europe. The food scene is excellent, public transport is efficient and cheap, and the healthcare system, while not perfect, offers good private options at reasonable prices. The catch with Hungary is that the pathway to permanent residency and eventually citizenship is less straightforward than Portugal or Greece. The political landscape also creates uncertainty for some applicants, as immigration policy can shift with government priorities. Always verify the current status before committing funds. Still, as a pure value play for European residency, Hungary is hard to beat in 2026. Which option feels strongest so far? The next country is not cheap, but it may be the best lifestyle prize on the entire list. Italy. Italy offers an investor visa that grants residency in exchange for significant financial commitments. The thresholds are high. A minimum investment of 500,000 euros into an Italian company, or 250,000 euros into an innovative startup, or 2 million euros in government bonds, or 1 million euros as a philanthropic donation. Most people pursuing this route go with the startup investment at 250,000 euros, as it represents the lowest entry point. However, finding a qualifying innovative startup and ensuring the investment meets all regulatory requirements is more complex than simply writing a check. What Italy offers in return is extraordinary. Residency in one of the most culturally rich countries on earth, access to excellent healthcare, and unmatched food and lifestyle culture. And after 10 years of legal residency, eligibility for Italian citizenship, which comes with one of the world's strongest passports. Italy also has some attractive tax incentives for new residents, including flat tax regimes for foreign income that can benefit high net worth individuals relocating from higher tax countries. The details change frequently, so current professional advice is essential. The cost of living in Italy spans an enormous range. Milan and Rome are expensive. Southern Italy, Sardinia, and many smaller towns remain remarkably affordable. Some towns have even offered properties for symbolic prices to attract new residents, though those programs come with renovation obligations. If the budget allows and the timeline is patient, Italy is arguably the most rewarding country on this entire list for quality of life. But if Italy feels out of reach, the next country brings the price back down fast. Latvia. Latvia flies almost completely under the radar in residency conversations, but it offers some of the most accessible business and investment immigration options in the EU. And This is where the lower cost route, teased at the start, finally appears. A residence permit in Latvia can be obtained through real estate investment starting at approximately 50,000 euros in regions outside Riga or higher thresholds in the capital. There are also business establishment routes where creating a company with sufficient capital and demonstrating economic activity can qualify for temporary residency. Riga itself is a beautiful, highly livable city with excellent internet infrastructure, a growing tech scene, and a cost of living that makes most Western European cities look absurd. A comfortable monthly budget in Riga runs around $1,000 to $1,400 for a single person. Latvia is a full EU and Schengen member, uses the euro, and has direct flight connections across Europe. The pathway to permanent residency takes 5 years of continuous legal residence, and citizenship requires language proficiency in Latvian plus additional integration requirements. The catch is that Latvia's immigration rules have been tightened in recent years, and the Russian-speaking cultural element creates geopolitical sensitivities that affect policy. Always check the most current regulations. For anyone scouting multiple countries on this list, checking flight prices on Kiwi makes it easy to plan a route through Athens, Budapest, Riga, and Lisbon in a single trip. That link is in the description. And now we reach the 2 premium island routes. Expensive, English-friendly, and built for a very specific buyer. Malta. Malta's residency by investment programs sit at the premium end of the market. The Malta Permanent Residence Program requires a combination of property investment or rental commitments, government contributions, and charitable donations. The total outlay typically starts around 100,000 euros in government and administrative fees, plus property purchase from 350,000 euros, or rental commitments from at least 12,000 euros per year. Malta also offers a citizenship by investment path, but the costs there jump dramatically into the hundreds of thousands or even over €1 million, depending on the timeline chosen. What makes Malta unique is its English-speaking environment. Common law legal influences, established financial services sector, and genuine Mediterranean lifestyle. The tax system is complex, but offers significant advantages for certain structures, particularly holding companies and international businesses. Healthcare in Malta is good, safety is excellent, and the island lifestyle suits certain people perfectly while driving others slightly mad with its small size. Could this be the smartest plan B for someone in financial services or tech? Maybe. But the final island route is faster, simpler, and often easier to understand. Cyprus. Cyprus rounds out this list as another island option with investment-based residency. The permanent residency program requires a minimum real estate investment of approximately 300,000 euros plus VAT. The applicant also needs to demonstrate an annual income from abroad of at least 50,000 euros from sources outside Cyprus. Processing times have historically been faster than many other EU programs, sometimes as quick as 2 months for the residency permit. Cyprus offers warm weather year-round, a large English-speaking population, a relatively low corporate tax rate of 12.5%, and a lifestyle that blends Mediterranean culture with British administrative influence. The cost of living is moderate. Limassol has become increasingly expensive due to an influx of international companies and remote workers, but Paphos, Larnaca, and Nicosia remain more affordable. The catch is that Cypriot residency does not automatically grant the same Schengen travel freedom as mainland EU countries, since Cyprus is not yet a Schengen member. This is a detail many people overlook. Residency in Cyprus gives EU rights, but not borderless Schengen travel. And if booking short stays to visit property or meet immigration advisors in any of these countries, comparing accommodation on Expedia before a scouting trip can save serious money. That link is also in the description. So, here's the recap. Spain's golden visa is done, but across Europe, 7 doors remain open. Greece offers flexible property-based residency, starting from €250,000 for qualifying projects. Portugal still runs its golden visa through fund investments starting around €500,000, with a path to citizenship in 5 years. Hungary has emerged as a strong value option at €250,000 through real estate funds. Italy rewards patience and higher budgets with unmatched lifestyle returns. Latvia is the quiet, affordable option most people overlook. Malta and Cyprus serve the premium market with English-speaking island environments and tax advantages. The biggest warning across every single one of these programs is this: rules change. What exists in June 2026 may look different by December 2026. Every golden visa, every investment route, every residency pathway discussed here requires current professional verification before any money moves. Now the question: of these 7 countries, which one makes the most sense as a realistic plan B? Drop it in the comments.